Hi coaches, just wanted you to just have a quick look at this absolutely beautiful, idyllic place. Smack bang in the middle of France, around about 9 kilometers away from Conflans. Never been to France before, but wow, talk about being present. Neil Wood's Ultimate Coach Program. Hi everyone. First of all, I would love to say thank you, David. If I hadn't have watched your video, back in January this year, I wouldn't be where I am now. A happier, more rounded, and yeah, just peaceful person. I want to say thank you also to people like Caroline, to Jake, to Simon, to David Knight for the conversations they've had with me and the inspirations that they've been so far. And I'm doing this video because I wanted to share for about the last 5 months an enlightenment that I had whilst I was on the program. Like Simon Stucker, I'd crammed all the reading in, and I'd been desperate to understand everything that the Ultimate Coach Program could do for you. And then I found myself a little bit irritated with everything, although that may be the wrong word, but I found myself going back to some of the old original videos of Syd in Hawaii, and also Elsie Spittle and, would it be Bill? I'm terrible with names. But while I was watching them, that I had such a strong enlightenment. I'd stopped looking for it. I'd immersed myself into the videos and was just very, very, very present. My mind was still, and although they were talking about something completely different, I'm not even sure what I think Elsie was talking about herself hiding from Syd because he freaked her out so much, and that she didn't want to answer the doorbell. And I was in this lovely present state, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, I found myself thinking back to the point where for 20 years I've talked about somebody saving me from committing suicide. And for 20 years I've explained to people quite happily that I was suicidal, that I was sitting on the stairs with the knife and about to check out, when my partner at the time came home, and I explained that she'd heard something different in my voice on the phone and come home early because she was concerned that something was wrong. And as I watched the videos, it just came to me, and I've had to wait 5 months to do this, because I every time I think about it, I just well up with this overwhelming feeling of just joy and happiness, and as I'm starting to well up now, but I haven't been able to do it till I've been in this place and I'm present and just one with nature. And I just wanted to share it with you. So I'm sitting there watching the videos, and from nowhere I think back to sitting on the stairs with the knife, and it hit me. I hadn't sat there for 5 minutes and she came through the door. I'd been sitting there for 2 or 3 hours, and I explained it as though I was sitting floating on a cloud. And as I say, that she came back, and obviously I didn't cut myself and check out, but this moment of enlightenment came across me that it had nothing to do with the fact that she'd heard my voice, or a tone in my voice that disturbed her. And I'd probably sat there for a good maybe 2 or 3 hours before she actually came home. So she only came home maybe an hour early, because I'd spoken to her at the lunchtime, and it just hit me. And it's a knowing, it's totally a knowing, whereby it had nothing to do with that. The ultimate wisdom inside me stopped the thoughts. It stopped the voices in my head that told me that I was worth nothing at all, that I was lower than a piece of shit on your shoe, that I had nothing to offer society. And I just knew in that moment that it was the ultimate wisdom that switched those thoughts off and put me onto that cloud and put me in a safe place until she came back and woke me up out of that state of wanting to check out. And as I say, for 20 years I've shared that story with hundreds if not thousands of people that, you know, talk to people because you don't need to check out, and how glad I was that I hadn't, because I've helped so many people since. But that knowing that hit me, and as I say, I've had to wait 5 months because I just couldn't get it out of me. I just couldn't allow the words to come from me. I would just be in floods and floods of real happy tears. So it's wonderful that I'm on this 12-day retreat, as I say, in this just beautiful place of France. I mean, it's as gorgeous as anything I've seen in the UK, or in the Highlands, or deep in Snowdon and places like that. It's so idyllic, and being present today, and it just seemed right to put this video up to everybody to say, you're in the right place. David unlocks the key to you looking further into the 3 Ps, and without that I wouldn't have had that moment of epiphany, that enlightenment. And I absolutely know with every fibre in my soul that the 3 Ps is all that counts. You know, all the research, all the studying, and perhaps haven't spent the thousands that other people have spent, but the hours and the hours and the hours, and the working in business and running courses and obviously helping individuals, retraining as an aromatherapist and everything years ago, 20 years ago now, and thinking that I'd sort of come through that and allowed myself to be poisoned by the rat race again, until I watched David's video, and it just opened up everything in life to me again. And I'm so joyous that I'm going to be a coach now. You know, I used to be a counsellor and a therapist and everything else, and coaching has opened my eyes to the fact you don't have to go backwards, you don't have to open those scars, and the knowing when it hits you is you can't put it into words. I don't have words for the joy and the raising of one's spirit and just becoming one again with the world around me that it's done. So yeah, thank you, David. Thank you so much. But thank you to Syd Banks, and now that you have the knowing, and please people, if you haven't had it, it's not just about cramming it. It's about finding those moments where you are present, where you're not thinking, and it's just going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And as I say, it's taken me 5 months to be able to verbalize this without just being a whole ball of tears and snot. In fact, I'm so glad I didn't show, or the first recording didn't work, because yeah, it was, you probably couldn't have heard me. I was just all snot and tears, and but with this joy and this warmth, as if something had been lit inside me, that you just know, when you know, David's so right. It's so hard to put into words, and I'm so ready and right now to be launching a business. And just before I came away on holiday, I was in I'd been quiet in a group. I'd lost the being present, and I'd got right into my head again with thoughts of, this isn't working, people are letting me down, getting websites up, I need to do this, I need to do that. And this 12-day retreat has just been the making of me again, and it's allowed me to be able to share my moment of knowing with you. Again, I may not have done it justice because I don't have the words. I'm not as eloquent as Jake is a writer, and I maybe don't have the words of wisdom as they roll off David Key's tongue so easily. But if you're in this group, whether you've had a knowing or not, it's there. It's there, it's the truth. It belittles all the other courses, all the other steps, all the other modalities that are out there. And if you can get to that point where you open yourself up to it and totally free to the understanding, you'll experience a warmth that will stay within you forever. So now that I've got hold of it again, yeah, I'm not letting go. And everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy to go home now next week, and websites or not, I'm out there. I'm going to be coaching, using a few of my other techniques around meditation and stuff to help quiet people, because I work with people suffering with stress and anxiety and depression, and I want to make it my mission to prevent as many people as I can from committing suicide, especially the horrific figures we have on males now. 84 men a week killing themselves needlessly because they're up in thought. So that's my mission, that's what I'm here for, that's what I'm meant to do. And the tears of joy just keep coming from me the more present I am. So please don't see these as tears of sadness or of misery. They're total tears of joy that just well up and flood out of you. So I hope that might help in some way explain what knowing is, or some of the enlightenment that you can have, you know. And just wish everybody well in the group. And yeah, I'll be playing more of a part again now and trying to offer, I won't say help, but yeah, be in service to the people within this group, and certainly in service to anybody that wants to look at the way I coach and to walk outside in nature. That's what I do. That's what that's what I'm all about now. So I'm going to find places like this around the world. I'm going to make sure that I can help as many individual beings as I can, and just make a difference to people's lives, and use the power of nature with the 3 P's, because that's what it's about. It's about nature. It's what we're all made of. So why wouldn't you come outside to do it? So yeah, just glad to be here. Really, really happy, in a fabulous state of mind, and looking forward to being on the next video call that you do, David, next week, and just taking a really full part in the group again. So thank you if you've listened to it. I hope it's made some sense in some way for you. And yeah, just a happy soul in a happy place who's present with tears of joy. So have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.